Welcome, everyone. We just waited a few minutes to let more of our partners join. It's a pleasure for us to welcome you to our orientation session for our sponsors and some of our potential partners as well. And as you saw in the video, we are really excited because this year we host not one, but two very special guest conferences, and that is the APMP, the Association of Proposal Management, as well as the Association of BE Professionals. For those who you joined us from those organizations as sponsors, well, I think we're going to have quite a menagerie and an amazing event in literally just 2 weeks' time, less than 2 weeks. So as you all know, going online has been a journey for all of us, and a lot of our partners here started this journey with smart procurement 6 months ago. And I think for many of you, in one way or the other, you've either attended an event, you've managed a virtual booth, or you've networked. And one thing is for sure, we've all learned along the way. So we do hope that today we can share some of those learnings with you and just show you how to navigate the system. One of the things we like to share is that you definitely don't arrive at an exhibition as a sponsor or an exhibitor halfway through the day or 5 minutes before. You check a few things, right? Where's my stand? Is my stand dressed? How do I get there? Where am I going to park? And actually, it is no different with an online. And we really want to urge you and your teams, whoever's going to be manning your stands, to please try and do the same thing. We are hoping to set up into next week as well a couple of more opportunities for you to navigate through the system. In order to make today's session a little easier, we did decide to do it on Zoom so that you would not have to struggle logging in or anything. First, we want to introduce the system to you, and then after that, we will walk you through the login process and whatever else you may require. If I can just please ask my technical team to please push record, because I'm not sure if we've got that going yet. Just give us 1 second, please. Okay, we are on record, so that's fantastic. Well, without further ado, I can't see myself, but that's not important anymore. Yes, it's very awkward talking to an audience of names. So what I would love to do is, if you are not in your pajamas yet, it is only 4 o'clock. And even if you do have your afternoon drink in hand, which is perfectly acceptable, I'm about an hour away from that, please switch on. And I just want to wave a quick hello. And it would be great actually for everyone to kind of see who's here. So I see some well-recognized faces other than my team. Another person, Vaughn's in San Francisco again. So lovely to see you all. Others are hiding down there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gary, I love the earphones. I definitely need to get a pair of those. Those are fantastic. Okay, I know. Got to let me know where we can order those. So thank you all for switching on. And yes, again, very happy to do any more sessions after this if you're not feeling confident. But you might ask, when I'm going to take you through the system, as to why you are having 2 exhibition stands. Now you will see that the stand that we do on our community system on Smart Procurement World Online is a lot more detailed. And it has some interesting dynamics to it. And it is also a stand that we want the community and our attendees to go and engage with after the event. We know that being online, people sort of come in and out. We have a couple of tricks up our sleeves to make them also go to your very fancy stand, and we appreciate all the hard work that you're putting into that. We do, however, use and go seamlessly into the second system, which is called the floor. And that is because it is really, really equipped around the presentation sessions, but actually more importantly than that, it's equipped for networking. So that is what we want to navigate with yourselves today, and to show you how you can jump around and how you can absolutely make the best use of the event that you will be enjoying. So please just give us 1 second while we get the content going. Okay. I get to share because I'm driving doing the presentation. Okay, so as you will all see, you are basically looking at a browser, which is our new life, and webinar browser in one way or the other. We have the system called Smart Procurement World Online. You would see as you were registered, you would have received a login on that. Please, if you have any issues with logging in, just let us know and we can help you reset your password. Most of it, if you're a first-time user, would allow you to reset your password. I have not landed on that login page now because otherwise I have to start from the beginning while you're all watching, which gets a little awkward. So at the moment, I am already logged in as myself, Debbie Tag over here. As you log in, you will see that here's a nice banner. So it's pretty obvious where to go, hopefully, and you are already registered. You will even find it also down here in your sessions. Some of you that I see have been with us for a couple of events. You actually might have some other events at the bottom here, but we hopefully make it easy enough for you to go to the Indaba from here. So I'm obviously going to hop on to already registered, which would take you not there. One moment, please. We'll take you to basically the event website. Now, this is the repository of information and linking that is live from now and will be live after the event for a couple of months afterwards, which means that as sponsors, as partners, any content that we generate now, any content that we generate at the event, and even if you have some ideas and you want to add something onto Smart Procurement World into next year, we can add it here under the content bank. It's going to be a very simple process of joining the live conference. Okay, something I must just highlight, please, and this is where we do see a bit of sometimes an issue. As you would if you were coming to an event, you can only be one profile. You are either a speaker, a stand rep or booth rep, or a sponsor or a delegate. And that is very important, just as it is in this event platform, because that gives you certain rights and access. When I get to show you the live event platform that happens in 2 weeks' time on the floor, the speakers have a very special, unique link because that takes them, gives them access to the backstage of their sessions. Okay, you can imagine we don't want to give everyone access to the backstage, otherwise we'd have random people presenting during our sessions. And it is the same as a sponsor. So as a stand rep, if you are a stand rep for your company, you have a special unique link, which means when you go to your booth, you are actually sitting there as a stand representative. So just hopefully that kind of explains why it's important to be using your unique links, okay, which we will set that up in the back end. But if for any reason you're suddenly not seeing what you should, please let us know. So just to give you a bit of orientation here, as I said, this is the main website or main landing event page. You can go to the main conference page, which will take you to the different sessions. You can meet the speakers. There will be a delegate orientation video that will be live by the end of this week. We do have a procurement leaders session, but that is by invite only. And we'll show you the attendees. I mentioned the content bank, and that is where as soon as all the sessions are run, the recordings will be uploaded into the content bank. So as a sponsor and a partner, let me start off where your first opportunity is, the attendees. Okay. You will see here that the current first batch of attendees have been uploaded. So here is one and your first place that you can go and engage with the current list of speakers and participants to Smart Procurement World 2020. You will see here that you can message them. You won't get that access message, but you can go and send. I see Belinda's here. So Belinda, if I go and pop you this message, you will get an email and you'll also get a message on the system. So this is one of the ways that we can encourage you to maybe reach out before the event to say, looking forward to meeting with you, or I will be speaking at this particular session. Please come and join me. Okay, so that is one of the first ways for you to connect with your target audience. Some of you will also know that we are facilitating meetings. So again, if you feel that you're not getting a response via this, please let us know, and our team will also contact that particular individual and request if we can set up a meeting between yourselves. Okay, back to the home page here. Here's where you will join the live conference. You will see a specific button for yourself. The developers are just putting that up after the session, which is either you going in as a speaker or a delegate or a sponsor, and then you have your unique link. Once you click on this, I will just do it so that you can see and not get too stressed. It will possibly give you some fields that you need to populate here, although mine's already pre-populated. So I apologize, it's not showing. You saw there it showed you a login. It will pre-populate some of the things, but one of the things it will do is ask you possibly for your mobile number as well as for your city. And that's just, and you can make sure that your details are then correct for the live system day. I'm just going to go out of this. Right. Welcome to the live floor. I'm going to now pause there because I want to go back to, sorry, I jumped a step. Okay. Very important is your Smart Procurement World stand, your fancy stand, if I can put that. So I'm going to go and pick on one of our partners. I see Agile has done theirs. So what is really exciting is that you have a 3D booth as well as what we almost call like a website version of your booth. So many of you would have received the document requesting your information for this. And what you will see here is that you've got the flat booth with, as you can see, Agile, if I don't know who's here from Agile, has given brochure and material. Okay, and that's what we call sort of almost a website version. Your 3D booth, however, is quite cool, and you can attach, we gave you some options. If you wanted to do your own design, that was fine, but otherwise we've created your 3D experience. And as Agile has chosen, this is visit their website on this resource, and here would be a video of theirs that you could watch. That would start. Okay. So we could add any resource onto your 3D booth, visit a website, contact details, as well as download brochures or whatever would work for you and would be suitable. So this is booth, as I said, would be live. One of the things that we've done with our delegates and will be communicating is that they need to have visited these booths afterwards, as well as done their feedback form in order to get their attendance certificate. So we do hope that that's an interesting way of them engaging with your various booths. And as we're making them live, we tend to see that as delegates are being registered into next week, they tend to go and visit these booths beforehand. We then obviously are able to give you a report as to who's visited your booth, and that will be given to you straight after the event. As soon as we are able to, we'll draw up that report and send it to you, which is also quite nice for any lead generation. Now we would like to take you to the floor. So this is the floor. This is the live platform that will be live on the 24th and 25th, where all the activity will happen. As you can see here, you've got the stage. Just to click on there to show you, the stage is where you will be able to find any of the sessions that are ongoing. So if you're a speaker, you would go to the stage and go and join your particular session, where it will take you to literally the stage. If you're just a delegate or a booth representative, you'll be able to watch the sessions that are going on. You don't have to go back to the floor, but I think it's pretty, so we'll go back there and show you. You will see the other elements, which is also the lounge. So if I click on the lounge, which we'll come back to now, if I can ask any of my team maybe just to go and pop on, I'd like to come back here. These are the tables. So this is the most exciting part. One of the most exciting parts about this particular platform is that this is where you can go and join any meeting. So you can see here, if I hover over, I can see that Erica from our team is there. What we're doing though is for the first 10 or so tables, we're giving them topics. We've invited some of our sponsors to go and join those topic tables. We've also invited some of our speakers. Our speakers will be on those tables for the networking coffee sessions, which is 8:30 on the Tuesday, the 24th, and 8 o'clock on Wednesday, the 25th. So please grab a coffee and come and jump around these tables, go and have a discussion. If you like a particular topic, go there. If you just want to go and see who's sitting at these other tables, you can. As you can see again, you can see that my, as I'm hover over here, I can see Keshni and I can see Erica. I'm going to try and join. I'm not sure because I'm also on Zoom at the moment, but if you grab a seat, we'll go have a quick look. The mics might not work. Okay, it might not be working specifically because I'm actually on this session with my mic and my camera already. But what happens is I can hear them. But anyway, we'll leave this table. You can see we can leave. One of the cool things as well is that if you're now having an intense client conversation, you can also make your table go private, which is great. If I leave this table, something else I wanted to show you, sorry, it took me back, is that you can also, when there were two people, there's an ability to watch just a table. So you also don't have to go into a table, you can also just watch. But ideally, I'm sure you don't want to just watch what's going on. You're definitely going to be wanting to chat with all the delegates and the representatives that are there. Something else that we need to show you from a sponsor perspective and a networking perspective is the lobby. Now, the lobby is the one place where you can now go and message. So unfortunately not seeing my team on here. I think I've logged into a different way here, but you can, it's showing me, but if you could see, you'll see the other delegates here. You'll see if they're logged in, it will have a green element there, and you can chat to them. Hi, you know, I'm Debbie from Smart Procurement World. Would love to meet with you. Would you like to go and meet at table 9 in the lounge? So as you could see, there are other tables numbered, or invite them to come to your booth. And their message will pop up here. You'll get a notification. It'll pop up as a message here, like you can see on the stage where it's saying there's 11 sessions ongoing. You'll get the same thing on the lobby if you've received a message back as well, as will the delegates or the speakers if you've reached out to them. I can take you to our booth now. Please, if there are any questions, just pop them in the chat and we'll hopefully deal with them a little later. Okay, so of course, let's go and visit the Smart Procurement World booth. One of the things I need to show you on the booths is that you can have a boardroom. So you can have more than, you can have actually almost 10. I wouldn't recommend that. So in this case, we've done 2, where we've got one over here. If I can please ask my team if they're on. There we go. One of my team's just gone in there. So you can see that we've got 2 boardrooms. What's interesting is if I can just ask, there we go. You can see one of my other team have jumped in there. When you hover, you can actually see who is in there. Okay. So at the moment, we're waiting. So we need to go and join the front desk. I'm not manning the booth at the stage. You can see that I'm going to join the booth. And once I've come through here, you can see that I can enter the room. As a booth or stand rep, once you are in, you can manage who is coming in and out. So you have to keep an eye on your waiting room and make sure if you want someone to come in, you can accept, and you do have to keep an eye on that. I suppose what it does do is it allows it if you're a bit busy and there's too many people that you can just leave them in the waiting room until then. They can obviously access all your different, you can see here your brochures and documents that we are uploading on your behalf. So I'm going to jump into here. I hope that cameras will work again, not sure. Again, I can hear them, but I think the problem is because my camera is occupied with you at the moment, so you can't see them. But if we jumped in there, I would be chatting with Mandisa and Erica right now. One of the things that we have also set up in the system is that we will be able to see who's gone to your booth. And we will also give you those analytics after the event, which I think is important. So your business development team might want to say, sorry, I missed you, didn't get to have a chat, and then you can pick up that conversation with them afterwards. Again, one of the things we can show you here is you can see that this is the back image that we've asked you to please send to us. Ours is our game changer image. They are just for your interest's sake. If I go and show you the setup, you can see that there are some other different ones as well if you wanted to just use like a room setup, one of the standard ones. The great news is that because of the system, all of our partners this time round receive what we call a premium booth, and this is what you're seeing. So many of you would have known from the previous booths, they were quite basic. Literally, they were one-to-one Zoom meeting. So we do feel that this is much nicer, much more interactive, and also much better for your brand behind here. I'm just going to close that. And again, you're unlimited. I think my team, I know there's a limit on the size. I think it's 2 megabytes on your handouts per handout. that you can upload. But I'm sure you wouldn't want to upload anything much bigger than that to the audience. One of the things as well is that whenever you are going into a room, into a session, I'm going to just give you an example here. If we go back to the lounge, see it's opened up here on the side. If I grab a seat here, I've got to make sure that I leave. It's the same as, you know, your computer can only understand that you're in one place in one time. So make sure that you do leave the session so that, see what happens when I join here. Okay, no, we'll leave this one as well. Okay. So just to summarize again, that you ideally would like to nominate a stand rep, possibly two that can take a bit of turns. But while you're sitting in the booth, I know it can feel very quiet, and we will do a couple of things to drive people to your booth. But one of the opportunities is please go and visit that lounge area. Go and jump around the tables. People will be in and out of there. We'll encourage them to do it during the breaks, and definitely the 2 networking mornings. In our experience, we've seen that those dedicated times work exceptionally well. So please get most of your stand rep team, your biz dev team, whoever you've nominated for the event, yourself, marketing team, whatever, please go and join those networking times, because that is the time when you will find a lot of the speakers and the delegates actually there just enjoying the networking and your opportunity to engage them. From there, then invite them to your booth. We do encourage spot prizes. We ourselves will put some spot prizes on the table to say to individuals that if they visit the booth, they stand a chance to win. But please, if you yourself have any ideas, if you want to give a take-a-lot voucher, remember it has to be something that they can enjoy virtually or online, or that can be posted. We do have a number of delegates coming from overseas, so think about that and that consideration. We have quite a few African delegates as well, and CPOs joining us, which is great this year. So maybe not a take-a-lot, maybe think more in line of an Amazon voucher if you are looking to do something like that. So yes, it's just in summary, prior to the event, it's the networking on the Smart Procurement World Online system. Also afterwards, if you're still not getting feedback from anyone in particular that you're trying to engage with, please let us know, and we will also then try and facilitate that meeting. Once you are on the system, live on the 2 days, please keep interacting. As you will see again, if I go back to the stage, if I go and join, I hope I can join this dry run session. It might not be open. It hasn't started yet, but what I can show you here is that as an attendee or a delegate, you can raise discussions, you can raise your hand. So of course, that is a great way, as we all know, that when there's a particular topic that's of interest, create discussion, because that then starts to put you on the map of a lot of the audience that you're engaging with as well. And if someone mentions something, you can say, oh, hey, Debbie, that's a great point. Would love to chat more to you. Meet me at a table or meet me at the booth. And we will also then be hosting some VIP rooms in the afternoons after the main program. And during those VIP rooms, they are limited to about 15 people, will be another opportunity of discussion areas. So we are focusing heavily on making this not just a webinar feel and a sit back and listen. We do, however, our presentations, if you are giving a talk, we do structure them where it's a pre-recorded presentation with yourself there live to answer Q&A afterwards. And as you know, with things that are out of our control, electricity, Eskom, thank you very much, and sometimes even internet connectivity, it's very important that we have that recording. We know that that's just the only way to ensure an amazing experience for our audience. If you have any questions that you'd like to put into a poll while you're doing a presentation, please let us know. As you can see, there are polls that are running, and we'll be running those. We'll have some fun ones running, but if you'd like us to run one during your session or when it starts, and then at the end we can publish the results, that's also a very exciting way to make the presentation and the session very interactive. I'm just having a look here to see if any of our team, if there are any questions in the chat. I see one chat. Good afternoon. Did I do so well here? Okay, so thank you very much. I hope that this orientation has helped. The next thing that we will be doing is sharing your logins so that you can access and go in. Unfortunately, the way that the live system works is they do check in credit. So whilst we can give you access, you will be limited on time that you're allowed to be on the platform. But please look out for next week, where we will give you an invitation to come and check out your booth, test your booth, come and network on the networking table so that you can just get a feel for the system as well. Just to give you confidence as well, we do the same with our speakers and we do the same with our delegates. Likewise, just really making sure that when it comes to the actual event day, it's seamless, they arrive, everyone knows where they want to go, and we're dealing with a lot less technical hitches. As you can imagine, it's very interesting in this day and age where we can't control virus protection and different browsers and firewalls. So that definitely makes things a lot of fun. One of the things we do see though is that if you are struggling to connect, please try and connect via your phone. Often, sometimes corporates firewalls is part of the issue that is blocking access. But please, please, please make sure that you do test once you've got your login. Thank you, Israel. Anything else? Any other questions? I will raise one other thing. You saw that our theme is SPW Game Changer, and we thank you for being part of. Many of you have been with us for a long time. As partners, we also have a lot of new partners, and together we are changing the game of procurement and supply chain. And I definitely think we're making history in 2 weeks' time by bringing together our bid and proposal community and our B professionals community. And we can only but through a collaborative approach start to address some of the challenges that we know COVID absolutely highlighted. We know that they were there beforehand, but now they are very much highlighted, and only through collaboration can we start to make a difference. And on one hand, I'm also very glad that the president did not lock us down last night. In fact, he said we're allowed to drink through the weekend or buy drink. But we are looking for. So Mo, you've asked, can one stand rep be logged in at the same time? Yes, you can. So each stand rep gets their unique link. So what we suggest is please never use a colleague's link. You have to use the one that has been given to you, and your link is basically unique to your email address. So for instance, we can't have 3 email addresses for the same stand rep. So hopefully that answers as well. We faced some challenges in a previous event where colleagues were sharing links and then they try and go in at the same time. So you can imagine that got quite fun. So please make sure that you do use your unique link. Also, I still have the screen up here. If just a little bit of technical troubleshooting, should you struggle on the day, especially on this particular system, you will see here that there's it says troubleshoot, so that's a bit obvious, and it will give you some options. We find typically one of the issues here, if you can't hear or you can't see, is if you go to the lock here in your browser, you need to allow camera and allow microphone once you are logged into the floor. Typically that tends to be the biggest issue, and we hope that that will be the only issue if you can't hear or see on the day. One of the other things that we'd also like to share, we've been doing it one-on-one. We do require, as you can see, because of the technical aspects behind this, we need your stand rep names and any of your representatives, any of your company reps that are attending. So please urgently send that through to Dima Katso and the team so that we can start getting you logged on and making sure that everything is working. Please understand, if you try and give us a stand rep name on the morning of the event, chances are it's going to be very difficult for us to get that up and around and working for you ASAP, because we will actually be running the live event by that stage. Yes, the 2 morning networking sessions on the 24th starts at 8:30 until 9:30 when we kick off with the main conference. And the second day is at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So basically, if you log in from 8, you should be safe on both days. Just that also on the 24th, Tuesday, we start at 8 o'clock in the morning with our procurement leader session for those of you who are involved in that. I just want to see, there was another question here. What is the maximum amount of unique staff rep links? To be honest, I know your relevant contracts have given you certain numbers. So it does depend on your stand size. So please check in with Dima Katso. With our bigger sponsors, we know that sometimes you've got a challenge and you are rotating maybe 5 or 6 people. please let us know. We are happy to accommodate that, but obviously we are taking this on a kind of gentleman's agreement as well, that you're not just going to give us 10 names and get free passes. So, but we will try to be as accommodating as we can. Israel, you asked, I hope it can be used on Safari. Yes, but I will tell you that it is highly recommended that you do it on Chrome. Chrome is typically the one where we don't see issues. So if you can rather download Chrome and try and work off that, that might be a bit better. And did I miss any questions? Keshni, just please let me know if I have. Don't think so. You will see that to some extent for decision makers and for our practitioners, for our procurement and supply chain decision makers, we do have a special VIP campaign going on. So please, if you do have any clients that you would like to recommend, and if you haven't been asked this already by our team, please send it through to your commercial manager, which is probably either myself or Keshni, or to Dimakatsu, and we would also be happy to see if we can accommodate them in attending the event. So we appreciate that it's through your support that this event is managing to go ahead. We've already got some amazing decision makers that have booked on, but we do have capacity for more, and we want to make sure that we leave no professional behind, and that also in terms of your objectives and meeting the right people, that whatever happens, we make sure everyone is there on the 24th and the 25th. Something else I will also highlight that is also exceptionally exciting. Sorry, I think we just want to mute there. So you will also see that on the evening of the 24th, that in partnership with SAPIX, because of our role in the Africa Supply Chain in Action, and with our Smart Procurement World attendees, we will be hosting the ultimate finale of the Brain of Aska Nation. So I see one or two that have attended that with us. It's no cost, so it's going to also be hosted by, if any of you follow Supply Chain Now, with Greg and, oh, I've gone blank now, and his partner. They're really, really cool. They're a lot of fun. So please join us as well on that evening. It takes an hour, and again, you can join in, you can join the quiz. There's some amazing prizes up for offer. One's valued at 20,000 Rand. It's a course that's been donated from SAPIC's side. So please come and be part of that. So we're going to keep you very busy on the 24th and the 25th. I will ask if there are any here that are based on our ESD Expo side. If you are, please make a note. I'm also happy to just go show you the ESD Expo. That will be live on the 26th, but again, back on our platform over here, not this platform. See if I can open it for us. I'm hoping I can do a quick one, just for interest's sake. So as many of you will know, we also have the APSA Enterprise Supply Development Expo, and that will be running live on the 26th, linking buyers and SMEs, and very much focusing on the SME agenda. So it's kind of interesting. I'm going to show you one of the pavilions. What's a webinar in Joburg if you don't have a hardy-dar in the background? Okay. All right. And you can see it's great. So you can see from Afrimat, I think Hugo was with us earlier, you will see that here are their SMEs and their profiles as well. So the ESD Expo is basically virtual and online, and we'll be encouraging and linking our buyers to their various stands. So I think it looks quite good. So well done to the team. We're still populating more of the SMEs, but if you would like to be involved in this, or you are involved, just so you can see how that's going to look and feel as well. But it will all happen on the system on the 26th. And yeah, that, without further ado, is it in a nutshell. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. So please, is there any questions from the audience? I'd like to open up to the floor. Am I that good? No, I'm just kidding. Wonderful to have you all here. especially to those who are looking at potentially joining us in 2 weeks. I hope you can. This is not our first rodeo online. In fact, it will be our fourth. And I cannot believe 9 months ago that this is what we would be doing. But one of the things that I think you'll highly appreciate and that we are seeing is that the virtual side of it, although harder from just catching people walking past your stand, is a lot more focused, and that's all we can encourage you to do. And hopefully we've facilitated and we've created a dynamic platform that allows you to be very purposeful about who you engage with over the 2 days. And yeah, given that, I'm looking forward to having that, hopefully that non-virtual coffee in a year's time. But for now, definitely a virtual coffee. So 8 o'clock on Tuesday the 24th. I will see you around the tables. I know you'll be seeing our team before then. And yeah, please just go and once you've got your login, check your stands. We are tweaking them as we speak now. And yeah, hopefully we will all be ready to go and have an amazing, amazing event in 2 weeks' time. And until then, next week, have a happy entrepreneurship week. And the following week, have a happy smart procurement week. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Grant.
Cheers, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Debbie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Israel. Nice to see you.